Hi, I'm Joe, and welcome to Joe's Bay Corner, a show on Tomovision about all things Beyblade. I was recently made aware of what looks like a real-life Beyblade gym opening up in Japan next week. Tomi recently published an article about this Beyblade X Training Center, so let's read through it and see what this is all about. What is Beyblade X Training Center? Gear Sports, a training facility where you can experience Beyblade, has opened, based on the concept of enjoying Beyblade with the feeling of a light workout, and adults can easily gather together. The store has a Beyblade can. I'm assuming that means that they have Beyblades for rental and stadiums as well. It looks like it in this image. And by the way, we're going to be taking a close look at all of these images later in the video. You can also receive various lectures from trainers who are familiar with Beyblade. By using lively music and projecting Blader battle scenes on a giant screen, we've created a space where you can feel like you're going to a sports game. And here's what looks like some concept images for the training center. A space based on black and green inspired by Beyblade X. So here's what the training center is going to look like from the outside. Probably the most striking feature is these X-shaped light strips that I imagine are going to look really cool at night. There's also these displays over on the right near the entrance that look like they have Beyblades inside. So here's an image of what the outside will look like at night, and it does look really cool with these green lights. Also, it looks like these stands that the base stadiums are held on will also glow green. That looks really cool. It does look like there's some Beyblades behind glass near the entrance. I'm not quite sure though, so let's take a look at the article and see if it explains this. Oh, I see. This is cool. Beyblade exhibition using infinity mirror. If you're not familiar, here's what an infinity mirror looks like. Basically, it's an optical illusion where anything that you put in front of the mirror looks like it stretches back a really far distance. So, if you were to put a Beyblade in front of it, it would look like there was hundreds of Beyblades behind these cases instead of like 50. And lastly, here's a concept image of the inside of the store. Over here on the right, this looks to be the projector that's going to be displaying, I imagine the battle happening right here is the one that's going to be displayed on the big screen, and all of the green ones are for free battles. I imagine this wall will be general advertising for Beyblade X, maybe posters for upcoming tournaments, and curiously we have what looks like a DJ booth over here. The article did mention live music, so that would be really cool if they had some local DJs here. Speaking of, where is here? Where is this located? According to this information, it looks like it's going to be at a venue called HZ in Shibuya, Tokyo. Here's the page for their venue. You can actually see what the place looks like empty during the daytime. This is going to be transformed into a Beyblade Wonderland. A pretty cool venue, honestly. I'll leave the links for this venue and the article in the description below, so feel free to click around and see what you can find on these pages. So that's where it will be. What about when? So this looks to be a pop-up event that's going to be happening next week from Saturday to Monday, October 7th through October 9th. It's going to be free, so if you happen to be in the area, definitely drop by. Shout out to Nöel Churchill. If you're watching this, you should totally go to this. Hopefully if this event goes well, we might see more of these pop-ups and eventually a permanent location for Beyblade training. I feel like it's been a dream in the Beyblade community for a long time to have a space like this to battle and meet people and practice. Tournaments provide this for most people, but tournaments are short events and they're not always in the same place. It would be cool to have permanent places scattered all around the world for people to rely on for community building. So let's elaborate on some of the key features for this event. Trial session with lecture by trainers, so this will probably be a representative from Tomi that teaches beginners how to probably assemble Beyblades, how to launch them in a stadium. I'm sure that because this is in a busy part of Tokyo, there are going to be plenty of people who walk by this, don't even know what Beyblade is, and are just curious what's going on in this green building. For people who have done a little bit of training or are maybe already familiar with Beyblade X, you can also do some battles with these trainers, as well as free battles with other bladers attending the event. And they also rent Beyblades. I wonder if we're gonna see the unreleased Beys like Leon Claw and Viper Tail at this event. This might be a way to try them out early, so that's pretty cool. Looks like there's also going to be a Beyblade exhibition from past Beyblades to the latest Beyblade anime special panel display. I think what the Beyblade exhibition is going to be is maybe like a display case that has Beyblades from the past going from Bakuten Shoot all the way up to Beyblade X. We have seen this at a couple of these official tournament events, including the ongoing Extreme Cup. Massive shout out to Luca channel, who's actually been documenting a bunch of these tournament events. From everything ranging from G3 events in local hobby shops, to these amazing official G2 tournaments. Here's a tiny snippet of the exhibition that might be at the training center. Go take a look at Luca's full video for more. Link in the description, of course. So the anime is actually going to be dropping on October 6th, which is a day before this event. This special panel display for the anime could be anything. It could be concept art for the show. Maybe they'll do a Q&A with the animation staff and the voice actors. It could be anything. They don't elaborate here, so I'll leave that up to your imagination. Eligibility: elementary school students and above. During busy times, numbered tickets may be distributed, so there is a limit on how many people can rock up to this. They do have Beyblade rentals, which I'm still wondering if that's going to include like Leon Claw and Viper Tail. Only Beyblade X Bey is allowed, so don't bring your Metal Fight, Bakuten Shoot, and Burst Beys. If you do, the bouncer's gonna grab you by the seat of your pants and throw you out of there. I'm curious about this. Experience time 10 to 15 minutes, and depending on congestion, so I wonder if this means you're only allowed in there for 10 to 15 minutes? Or if that's about the time that they imagine a battle would take, which doesn't really make sense. Maybe this is just a thing for if they're starting to reach maximum capacity, they're gonna have to start kicking people out. They're also gonna be giving out 4 stickers, so if you like collecting these, here you go. I imagine these will probably show up online at some point. Also, the Beyblade XR Stadium is gonna be in the building. Test operation of the digital stadium housing Beyblade XR Stadium is planned. A sensor detects the movement of the Beyblade as it rotates at high speed. Its trajectory is projected using a bright light projection mapping. Massive shout out to Nöel Churchill, who was actually at a Beyblade trial event a couple months ago, and here's some footage from Noel's video of the XR Stadium. Pretty dang cool. Hopefully this is working at the training center, because I feel like this would be really cool to see in person. This iteration of the XR Stadium seems to have some new effects as well. And besides a few disclaimers and notes, that's about all the information you'll find in this article. What did you think? And what are your hopes and dreams for venues like this? Let me know in the comments below. Personally, I hope that these pop-up events happen as often as tournaments do and become a more permanent thing, not just in Japan, but also in other cities and eventually maybe small towns around the world. That's a total pipe dream, but we're in a new generation, so who knows, the sky's the limit. Anyway, thanks so much for watching, and until next time, aim high and shoot for the stars.